In this story, there is this main character who is appearing for this civil service exam for a promotion. He is working in a postal office in Russia, and he is here to he is here to give this exam to in order to promote to a next position. Here he is frightened that there is this geography teacher on the board of examination who may fail him because in past he has uh, he has not given a favor to this geography teacher, as this geography teacher was as in some past incident there was this incident where this geography teacher disregarded this line of people and straight up came out to the table of the main character and asked him to do him a favor and to to send to send his letter firstly, and disregarded a queue of people in a postal office. So that was when the main character of the story denied this favor to this geography teacher, and because of that this geography teacher was annoyed by the main character, and he would make fun of the main character behind his back or to the people, and basically these two were enemies because of that thing. And from this we see that the main character is a honest servant and does his duty honestly, and also states that regardless of someone's stature or someone's position in life or position in the society, everyone should play by the rules and everyone should follow the rules. After that, we see that the examination gets conducted and the main character gives his exam. But here we see that he is very frightened, and because of that, he makes some mistakes. And when the main inspector at the board of examination asks him some questions, he answers them and he passes the first stage. But at the second stage, the inspector who is conducting the second stage uh, passes him without any questions or anything. But there we see that the main character was prepared for geometry and everything in depth about geometry, but not geography. So there are some jokes regarding this geography thing, as the science of a postal clerk or something. And after that we move on to the geography test, and there he is questioned on very simple questions by the geography teacher, which heads our main character. We see that because the main character has prepared for geometry and not geography, the main character begs and asks for mercy to the board of examination. Basically, he just pleads and asks for mercy and asks for the promotion, asks for him to pass this exam to the board examination. And there are many funny moments at this point in the story, and by the end of the story the main character passes the board passes him without much hassle. And then he is celebrating with his friend about his promotion outside the examination hall, and he wonders to himself that why he prepared for the geometry for a month when it was not needed. So that's basic end to the story. If you read the story yourself, there will be many funny moments where this story comes across to be very funny stories. So overall, this is a very funny story, and that's the basic summary of the story. And now I would like to share some things I found interesting in the stories. So firstly, the perspective of the main character. The main character's perspective, which is of a honest civil servant, is seen in this story. Though he is not perfect, we get to see a perspective of how a honest person or honest civil servant is written by Anton Chekhov in his stories up until in this series. because in previous stories up until now we have seen main characters or main focus in the story was on corrupt officials, but now in this story we get to see a perspective on a character who is honest to his duties and does his duty good and follows rules. So that's a new perspective we see in this story. And the second thing is how our main character follows the rule book. So he goes to this exam for his promotion, which is for his promotion, by preparing geometry for a month. So he comes to this exam by preparing for geometry for a month. Maybe it was somewhere in the rules or somewhere written in some rule book or some official documents. And secondly, we see that he made his relations bad with geography teacher. He made this geography teacher his enemy because he followed rules and he did him a favor. So we see that this character of our main character is of someone who is honest and who follows rules and who follows official documents. And because of this we also see that he ignores geography and basic things which are important for a postal clerk. He does have his knowledge of his work, but he follows by the documents and rule book. And that's something I noticed about this character. And that's it for this video, and I would like to know about your thoughts in the comments down below, and anything you found interesting or anything you would like to share in the comments. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.